Have you been wanting to buy a house over the past 6 or 9 months, but interest rates have pushed you to put your dream of buying a house on hold? If that's your case, so let me start by sharing some data with you. So as you can see here, this chart is a verified source. It came from Freddie Mac, and it goes all the way back to 1970, 5 years increment, 1970, 75, 80, etc. And interest rates, it goes 2.5% increments, 2.5, 5, 7.5, etc. So the reason I use this chart is because it's really as accurate as it gets to what we are right now. So right now, we are around that much, which is a little over 6.25 right now. And if I want to look on the history about like 53 years ago, where the 6.25 stand. So I'm gonna find here that only few spots that had that six-ish rate, but and then during the pandemic, during the housing market crash, that's when the interest rate was really low. Now, if I go from here, 2003 and go all the way back to 1970, that was not really the norm. The interest rates were a lot higher, especially in the 80s. So that's alone as a start really was a good indication that, we're not getting a bad deal. And the second thing that I have also noticed in this chart is back in 1970 when interest rates started to go up. So here's about 7.25 or say, 7.5, let's say. And it started to go up. Many people have decided to take a pause back then too, with the hopes that the interest rates will go down so they could save that 0.5% that gone up. And eventually I wanted to see how long those folks ended up waiting. So when I looked here, and I can see that this is goes all the way to 1993. So it took them 23 years of wait to beat that 0.5%. They literally could have had this house paid off in that wait time. And that brings us to a question. What is the alternative of not buying? What is the alternative of waiting on the interest rates to go 0.5%, 1%, even 2%? From what I see here in the history, I kind of doubt that we're gonna go back to 2 and 3%. Anything could happen, but between Feds are trying to contain inflation, and between the 6% kind of still considered historically low, I don't think that 2, 3, even 4% would come anytime soon. I could be wrong. It really requires a crystal ball. But my question is, what I have in my hand is the 6.5. Let's just name it 6.5. What I have in my hand is that 6.25, 6.5. And I don't like it. And my alternative, because I don't like it, is to wait. If you are renting, so that alternative is 100% interest. Even if your rent is just $1,000, which I doubt at this day and time that anyone rent, not even for a studio, for $1,000. But if you decided to take a pause, I would ask, what is my alternative? I am pausing. Why am I pausing? What is the benefit of the pause? What is this pause buying me? In fact, this pause is costing you 100% interest rates. If you are a first-time home buyer and you have decided to take a pause for the interest rates to go down, I would revisit this, because you're paying rent. If you're owning a house and you're gaining equity, things might be a little different, but homes gain equity over time. Marry the house, update the interest rates. If you want to discuss with me what is your very specific situation, what is the right thing to do, send me a text, a message, or a call or email. Let's brainstorm it, and I'm happy to share with you this data as well. And you can take a look at it for yourself and come pretty much to the same conclusion. Thank you so much, and I am looking forward to hearing back from you.